Hi,
Hello.
my name is Brandy Crutherd, and I'm the communication strategist at Madison Park Technification High School. And it is CTE month. That's right, Career Technical Education Month. And we are very excited to celebrate all 20 of our vocational programs. And I'm honored to be here with Chef D, who is part of our Culinary Arts program. Chef D, could you tell us a little bit about Madison Park's Culinary Arts program?
Sure thing, Brandy. Thank you. Thank you for having me. The Culinary Arts program at Madison Park is a pathway for students to pursue a career in the food service industry. It doesn't necessarily mean students have to be cooks or bakers, although those some of the things that we cover. There's a wide range of opportunities in the food service industry, not just the cooking and baking part of it. So we start out with the basics, teaching students the foundations, starting off with food safety, and then going through the basics of basic cooking skills, basic baking skills, measurements, management of menu items, running a business. We also have a food truck that we hope to get up and running that will be out in the community. So there's a lot of opportunities in our shop. I am one of 3 instructors that we have in our program. Chef Larkins, who is the lead culinary instructor, and she's been there for about 15, 16 years. Chef Lucas, who is the baking and pastry arts instructor, and he's been there for over 20 years. And I'm the newest member of the culinary team, and this is my 4th year at Madison Park. I've been in the food service industry since I was in high school. I'm a graduate of a vocational school. I graduated from Somerville High School's Culinary Arts vocational program. And I started out, like many people in our industry, washing dishes. And I still wash dishes. And all 3 of us in our program still wash dishes. It is part of what we do. Cooking and cleaning go hand in hand.
Now, why did you choose culinary arts? Just asking. Why did you get into that field?
It was my first job that I had when I was a freshman in high school. I found an opportunity at a catering company washing dishes, and it was exciting. And while I was washing dishes, when I had some downtime, I used to watch the chefs preparing the food for catering events. And then they started giving me opportunities. They're like, you want to try this? You want to try that? So it was something that I just kind of got interested in. I was actually telling students the other day, my new freshman students, about some of the pioneers in our industry, and Julia Child is one of them. And
Wow.
that was the only cooking show that was on and it was black and white, and there wasn't many channels to choose from, but she was probably the first celebrity chef that was on TV. So it was that was probably another inspiration. But it was opened the door for me, that it was just something that I found exciting. I liked the pace of it. Every day was different. Because of a catering company, you go to different places, you go to different venues for events. So it was a little different than a restaurant. So restaurants
really
can be repetitive. Yeah.
So with the evolution,
over my. Go ahead.
no, I
Sorry,
was just
Brandy.
saying, with the evolution of cooking, and you talk about Julia Childs, today, young people see cooking or working in being part of culinary arts much differently, because now you have so many cooking shows. People are doing it at home. It's such a big industry now. And with all this exciting around it, how has this ignited vocationary programs? Are there more students interested in culinary arts now? Or are there more opportunities?
Well, it's a good question. We have a good amount of incoming students this year, which is very exciting. But unfortunately, due to COVID, some of the opportunities that might have been there a couple years ago have disappeared. They will come back. It's one point that I make to students when they come into our program in the beginning. that this is a pretty stable career path because everybody eats. And there always going to be some type of opportunity that's connected to it. So, unfortunately, because of COVID, a lot of our industry in particular has been hit heavy.
Mhm.
And a lot of businesses that have been around for years have closed. The big chains have been able to maintain their businesses, but some of the smaller mom and pop operations just haven't been able to survive. And that's kind of sad, but they'll come back. But some businesses that have been around for a long time will never come back, which is kind of unfortunate. But once things start to get better and restrictions are lifted and people are able to get back to somewhat normal, then those opportunities will present themselves again.
Okay. Now, Chef D, where can young people go beyond, like after I graduate from Madison Park Technical Vocational High School, I can go into industry, but are there other opportunities? Can I go on to college? Where else can Culinary Arts program take me?
So there are many opportunities, and not just that. So from when you graduate from Madison Park, you have the opportunity to go right into the industry. And if you're doing everything that you need to be doing while you're a student at Madison Park in our Culinary Arts program, you may be able to go out on a co-op. So those are opportunities for students that are able to go out and work in the industry during their vocational week, during their vocational time, and get the real life experience in addition to making a little money on the side. In addition, that could turn into a full-time job when they graduate, if that's the pathway you choose. There are other opportunities. There are quite a few culinary colleges that you can choose to go to. They're all over the country, but we also have some local ones. The Bunker Hill has a culinary arts program, Johnson and Wales in Rhode Island, the CIA, Culinary Institute of America in New York, and they have multiple locations, as well as Johnson and Wales has multiple locations. So there's a lot of different opportunities. And like I said, excuse me, like I said at the beginning, you don't necessarily have to be cooking and baking. There are other avenues. We had an alumni student the other day that just did cakes and cupcakes.
Wow.
Or we had another student that worked to help Jamaican Me Hungry, which is located down the street from the school. And now she works for Future Chefs, which is also right down the street, which is another opportunity where students can go and get some more training right outside of school. In addition, there's competitions that students can take part in while they're students at Madison Park. There's Skills USA competitions, and there's Pro Star competitions, which is a National Restaurant Association competition. Both of those are opportunities for students to test their skills against other students that are in similar programs across the state and the country. And if they do well, then they can earn scholarships. If they do really well, they could get a full ride or a full scholarship to a 4-year college of their choice.
So exciting. Chef D, I know I've been around you before and have had the opportunity to watch you teach and inspire young people. But there's something that you always say, and I want everyone to hear. Who is the most important person in the restaurant? You know?
most, most important person in the restaurant is what I started out doing, which is dishwashing. Because if you don't have clean dishes and clean equipment to use, you can't do anything else. It's a really important position, and when Brandy brings tours through, I always tell the students that are coming through that if I was running a restaurant, I would pay them just as much as other people, the chefs that are working, because they are the backbone of any business, to keep them running and operating efficiently.
And Chef D, in closing, what would you tell everyone that's most exciting about the culinary arts world in general?
Well, one thing that I always remind students of is the opportunities. There are so many different opportunities. You have so many different directions that you can go into. Um, But I'm also very upfront with them and make sure that they understand that it is a hard industry. It's not something you get in and think you're just gonna, what you see on TV. There's a lot of hard work. It's not uncommon to work, 10, 12-hour days, working nights and weekends. You got to think when people go out to eat. The most popular times where people go out to eat are nights and weekends. So they need people to be staffing those restaurants and those places where those things are happening. So you might be working on those nights and all your friends have that time off. So it's a hard industry. It takes a commitment, but the rewards are amazing. It's one of the few industries where you can actually see the results and see people enjoy what you did. It doesn't happen in a lot of industries. So watching somebody enjoy the food or the cake that you baked or had a hand in doing, the happiness that you can bring to people is the biggest reward, I think.
Well, I can tell you the restaurant business made me very happy because I love going out, especially on the weekends and in the evenings during the weekdays as well. So I want to personally say thank you for contributing to the industry and also contributing to my well-being and me being happy and being able to enjoy our city. So thank you for today's MP Spotlight. And we celebrate you. CTE Month, celebrating Madison Park Technovocational High School's Culinary Arts program. So thank you for your time. And I'm going to say bye and wish you a great day. Have a great day, Chef D.
Thank you very much, Brenda. You as well.